I thought I'd do a quick little review of the S&K SMLE No.1 Mark.III scope mount, since there's very little in the way of reviews on this anyway. Seems that most people have the ATI one, which looks like an absolute piece of crap. The ATI one actually only mounts to the charger bridge, but it doesn't mount anywhere else. It's only up here, so I don't understand how that doesn't... Like, if you were to pick up the scope, pick up the gun by the scope, I think it would rip that mount off the gun or bend it or tear it up really bad. Seems like a really bad way of doing it. The S&K mount has a little ring that goes around the barrel. Or really, this one actually, I think, is on the receiver, not actually the barrel, but the lip of the receiver that sort of pokes out where the barrel attaches under the wood here. And of course, it also attaches to the charger bridge. You actually have to sort of Dremel out a little bit of the stock to fit that ring, but that was not much of a big deal, especially because this is not an original stock, obviously. This is a crappy sporter stock. It does feel very secure, actually. Kind of impressed by that. I did have to mill a little bit of the aluminum off the back of here to actually be able to open the bolt. And I think that's intended to be done because there's no way that any bolt would be able to open with the way it comes from the factory. But it's really not a difficult cut to make, so it's really sort of a fit to your gun sort of deal. I got the one that has the S&K scope mounts. So this is not a Picatinny rail or a Weaver rail, this is actually sort of an integrated mount. But it keeps it very low and it looks very nice. I don't really like the look of a Picatinny rail on a Enfield anyway. I've got this Charles Daly 3-9x40 scope that I quite like. It's got focus ring, it's got a nice finish that doesn't look horribly out of place on this gun. It's sort of a classic looking scope anyway. I like the way it looks on this gun. Scope mount's got a nice sort of matte anodizing finish on it. It would appear that this ring is made of steel, so that's really good. It'd be kind of bad if that wasn't. The rings are steel and the mount itself is aluminum, but that's really so that you can modify it easily, I think. I haven't actually shot this yet, so I don't know how it's going to hold up to recoil. That'll be interesting. Overall, I'm pretty happy with it, and it's not horrifically expensive. It looks a lot sturdier than the ATI one. It doesn't have a really sort of tactical look to it, sort of a cheapo Chinese tactical look to it like the ATI one does. And as this is actually made in the US, I kind of doubt the ATI one is, so... The rifle looks very good like this, I think. It doesn't look like some crappy, boogered up tactical sort of deal. Looks natural. So I'm very happy with it so far.
Hello, Daron here. Subscribe to Like Onions right now.